Lucille is the only.
One good thing about all writers is that they can connect their stories well with an underlying meaning. Each story is contrasted in their own ways and different, but they all have that one niche that connects them together. With all the well-known writers in the world, it's hard to find one that's well-respected and talented in their writing, but John Updike fits these categories almost perfectly. John Updike was born in Shillington, Pennsylvania, March 18, 1932. He was the only son of Wesley Russell Updike, who was a math teacher, and Linda Grace Hoyle, who was an aspiring writer. He graduated from Shillington High School in 1950. He was valedictorian and class president. Then he enrolled in Harvard, where he soon gained the reputation of the largest contributor of the Harvard Lampoon. He graduated summa cum laude at Harvard in 1954, and his original desire was actually to be a cartoonist, not a writer, so he enrolled in the Ruskin School of Drawing and Fine Arts in Oxford. He then married Mary Pennington in 1953. They had 4 kids, David, Michael, Elizabeth, and Miranda. Then they were divorced 21 years later, and they had 7 grandsons. No granddaughters, just grandsons. Then he actually began his career at the age of 22. He remained at the New Yorker for 2 years. He basically wrote short stories, poems, columns for this, which all became the groundwork for his later works, like The Carpenter's Hand in 1958 and The Same Door in 1959. He also wrote a book called The Couples in 1958, which actually was about the younger couples and their complications with relationships. It actually created a huge hype over everybody, so it was a really good book. His work was outstanding for writing short stories, but his career as a poet actually was very distinguished. One of his famous volumes was The Telephone Poles and Other Poems in 1963. John Updike actually won many awards. He won the Critics Circle Award twice and the Pulitzer Prize. He also won the American Book Award and was elected American Academy of Arts and Letters. His work was actually a record of his time. He expressed himself very well through his work. He based all of his characters and the events that happened in the stories off of his everyday life. He actually went through a religious crisis where he read the works of Karl Barth and Soren Kierkegaard, which helped him through it. Although that happened, the religious crisis had a very big impact on most of his novels after that. So in 1977, he actually married Martha Ruggles Bernard, and he lived for over 30 years in Barberley Farms, Massachusetts. He died of lung cancer at the age of 76 in Danvers, Massachusetts. John Updike is actually one of my favorite authors because of the fact that he has realistic views on all his stories with a touch of romanticism, kind of like false reality. Also, his stories are very easily to relate to because they're based off of everyday characters of his life. He also has a weird way of making the stories humorous. He adds kind of what some people would take to be sexist comments, which is a way that really is unique and makes him different as a writer. For instance, in A&P, he actually describes a girl with ice cream scoops talking about certain parts of a girl, so it adds to the story, but it's very, very unique.